And he's going to be playing some of his favorite records, and if he feels like talking, he will, and if he doesn't feel like talking, he won't. But he's going to be sharing some of his favorite records with you and sharing them with me for the next few minutes or couple hours or whatever. Also, tomorrow, you're invited to spend a very quiet Thanksgiving with Champion Jack Dupree. We're going to be playing some Champion Jack Dupree between 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock for Thanksgiving Day tomorrow. A new English album that was just released of some Champion Jack Dupree tapes that were cut earlier this year. And we're going to be doing that tomorrow, right here on KPPC.
The Beatles from Apple Records, now discounted and on sale at the Music Hall, 8878 Sunset Boulevard.
Why don't we do it in the road?
This album consists of 2 long-playing plastic discs, black in color and grooved to accommodate approximately 30 new songs. Each disc sports a clever hole centered equidistant from all its edges and placed well within a large green paper apple on the label, which, when placed on a revolving turntable, will spin in a clockwise direction and emit its best sounds at 33 1/3 revolutions per minute. The Beatles. Both discs will be presented to you, the great buying public, in 2 paper protective sheets, which will be placed inside the cardboard leaf of a jacket, designed to be as visually appealing as possible. The entire package will be wrapped in soft, transparent, flesh-like plastic created to listen under record store lights. The Beatles, now at the Music Hall. Buy it today and do it in the road.
Hey, that's now at the Music Hall, the brand new Beatle album on special sale discount. And the Music Hall, of course, is right across the street from the Whiskey on the Sunset Strip.
Well, I found out, Dina, you told me, baby. pretty baby, she's so fine. But now she's gone, about to lose my mind. Guitar player, play those blues for me. Well, she left at 9 this morning, and here it is all on me. Got eyes like a baby, ways like a doll. I can't forget her. She's my all in all guitar player. Play those blues for me. She left at 9 this morning, and here it is almost 3. I'm so weary and I'm all alone, guitar player. Play those blues for me. Well, my baby left at 9 this morning, and here it is almost 3.
Some records from the personal collection of Frank Zappa, records that he has been carrying around with him affectionately for many years, I guess about 15 years or so. The one that we heard by the Turbans, what was that called? No No Cherry. And you were saying about the record that it wasn't played on the air and that it's owned by 125 Mexicans in East Los Angeles.
Maybe a few more.
What year would you say that was?
That's around 54, 55.
So the censorship is finally coming down that we can play records like this on the air.
Well, maybe on an FM station underneath a church.
The first one we played is called Rambling Woman. It's by Big Moose, and it's on the Blues label. That is the name of the label, and it's got one of the funniest logos I've ever seen on a record. It's got a hooker underneath a lamplight and some cat in the gutter with his head down and singing the blues, apparently. Ramblin' Woman by Big Moose, and this comes from, like, what year would you say this was?
Well, that's fairly recent. That's maybe 59.
Really? Sounds like a lot older. I thought it would be much older than that.
No, that's got a lot of production in it.
How did you find out about a lot of these records if you couldn't hear them on the radio?
Oh, you snoop around. When I lived in Lancaster, which is a cruddy little town up in the desert, there was this place called Gilbert's Dime Store. And Mr. Gilbert made the awful mistake of having a rack of jukebox records in the front of his store. You know, he'd sell them for a dime a piece, and he'd have all the latest hits by, like Georgie Gibbs and the Laurie Sisters and things like that. We wouldn't buy those. We'd hit on Mr. Gilbert to let us check through the batch of records when they came in to get all the ones that we explained to him. Nobody will ever buy these records, and we're going to help you out. We're going to, get rid of them for you. So we'd go back in there and we'd pick out things like I'm a King Bee by Slim Harpo and a bunch of other stuff that was on Excello that you couldn't get in record stores, because some of these labels, like for instance Excello's policy with a record store is you have to take their gospel line if you want to take their R&B line. And although there may be some market among white teenagers for the R&B material that comes out on Excello, the record store owner figures that he's probably not going to sell too many of their gospel items, so he won't take the line. And so some of those things are hard to get, and just a few record stores will carry it. So we'd get them for like a dime a piece, and what we couldn't buy we'd steal and just stash them all away, and here they are.
We're going to hear some more. We're going to hear the flip side, as they used to say. The flip side of the Turbans record. We heard No No Cherry, which I think has a hidden lyric.
This is Tick Tock
now we're going to hear
Woo.
Tick Tock a Woo right after this commercial.
Dragonfly Feel on a Monday morning.
Oh, my God.
Dragonfly on Megaphone Records. Listen. Dragonfly from Megaphone Records, now available at all Wallach's Music City stores.
Tick-tock-a-woo, tick-tock-a-woo. Though you say we're through, still in love with you. Tick-tock-a-woo, the wind and the clock put you on my mind. Ooh, baby, baby, baby. Although you say we're through, every time I hear the wind and the clock, I'll always think of you. They go tick-tock-a-woo, tick-tock-a-woo. Though you say we're through, still in love with you. Tick-tock-a-woo, the wind and the clock put you on my mind. The one to keep me company since you said goodbye. Honey, the wind and the clock to speak to me. Sometime I want to cry. They go tick-tock-a-woo, tick-tock-a-woo. Though you say we're through, still in love with you. Tick-tock-a-woo, the wind and the clock puts you on my mind. Do-wop, do-wop, wop, 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 do-wop, wop. Don't want to keep me company since you said goodbye. Only the wind and the cloud will speak to me. Sometime I want to cry. They go tick-tock-a-woo, 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 tick-tock-a-woo,
These are the roots of rock music. These are taking us back into the early 1950s and the mid-1950s. And I wanted to ask you something. You know, folk music is getting more and more back into country and western, or folk artists are incorporating country and western into their music because there's such a thin line between folk and country. Do you think the same interest is going to happen in rock music, going back to the traditional rock and roll roots at all?
I think that it's a common failing of the music listening public that they listen to old rhythm and blues records and miss the fact that this is folk music. This is these records, although they were produced commercially, are really pieces of folk art, I think. And there may be a return to some of the roots of this kind of music.
You've certainly done it on your new album, Reuben and the Jets, and I think the Beatles are doing it a little bit too.
Yeah. Well, it's fun to do, you know. It feels good to sing that kind of music.
Yeah.
You know, it's something you get it down in your throat when you sit around a piano and go, ooh, and all that stuff. It's good.
You know, from the standpoint of radio programming, there's been kind of a revolution in radio in the last year or so, and it's been called progressive rock and whatnot. I think part of progressive rock should be the ability to go back and go back into the history and appreciate some things that maybe haven't been heard for 10 or 15 years.
Well, I think that the listening public should have their ears educated to the extent that they can listen to all different kinds of music all the time instead of waiting for phases and cycles of the music to happen. Like, for instance, today's sound would be your progressive rock sound, you know, and that's in, and certain other types of rock are out, or certain other types of music outside of rock are out. You know, nobody would really listen to bebop on the radio. But I think the public should, you know, I would too, but the public should be, their taste should be broadened so that they can accept all different kinds of music played in strange sequences. Mm-hmm. It's more fun that way.
It is.
You want me to read this?
Well, I know you were getting pretty anxious to read that commercial.
Oh boy, am I. I've been handed a commercial to read, and it is probably one of the most thrilling texts I have ever seen, and I will render it now. You know, Mia Farrow's new film, Secret Ceremony, doesn't open until Wednesday, but already the advance word is that her performance is really something else. People are saying that her spine-chilling role is sure to be the most talked about of the year and probably will get her an Academy Award nomination. The talk has it that Mia Farrow is more haunted than in Rosemary's Baby, and that's really haunted. Along with Mia, Secret Ceremony stars Elizabeth Taylor and Robert Mitchum. You remember, he's the one that went naked to the party with ketchup and said he was a hamburger? Together, this dynamic trio make the strangest things happen in Secret Ceremony. As a matter of fact, they say it's the strangest strange that has ever been done. Well, we know that's a lie. Don't miss Mia Farrow's newest and greatest, Secret Ceremony, a universal release in Technicolor. It's twisted, it's fascinating, and it starts this Wednesday at the Regent Theater in Westwood. Secret Ceremony is suggested for mature audiences. Incidentally, because of the unusual ending, no one will be admitted during the last 12 minutes.
Wow, that's a new gimmick. Speaking of the 50s, that gimmick has been around for a long time. Wow. I think something that, well, Frank didn't mention this, but I think the copywriter probably intended it to be known that this movie is fun for boys and girls alike, for kids from 8 to 80, from Maine to California.
It's got a little something from everybody from 8 to 13.
Right. We're going to play a series of records now. You want to tell us a little bit about these, like maybe what year they're from? Because these are really classics.
This is 1955, and it's Mama Talk to Your Daughter by J.B. Lenore.
And we're going to follow that with the Eisenhower Blues. And,
by the same guy.
And a couple of more things, because this is one of the greats in blues.
Good to bop to.
Mama, mama, please talk to your daughter about me. Mama, mama, please talk. fun is gone. The way things look, how can I be here alone? I got them out and out. Thinking about me and you. What on earth are we gonna do? Taking all my money to pay the tax. I'm only giving you people the natural fact. I'm only telling you people my belief because I am headed free already. I got them out and out. Thinking about me and you. What on earth are we gonna do? Ain't got it dime, ain't even got a cent. I don't even have no money to pay my rent. My baby needs some clothes, she needs some shoes. People's I don't know what I'm gonna do. I got them out and out. Thinking about me and you. What on earth are we gonna do? You can kill my life, but you sure can't kill my life.
Set of 4 from J.B. Lenore from the record collection of Mr. Frank Zappa. We heard Mama Talk to Your Daughter, followed by the Eisenhower Blues. Eisenhower, as a matter of fact, gave a whole lot of people the blues, didn't he? Mama, Your Daughter Is Going to Miss Me, and then I'm in Korea by J.B. Lenore. My name is Les Carter. This is KPPC. We're playing records and 106.7 on your FM dial. Sounds Incredible is located at 7505 Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood. They have a phone, and the phone has a number. The number is 876-2100. All stereo tapes, and I'm talking about the very, very latest in stereo tapes, are $2.97 each. That's a pretty good price. Black lights, a 4-foot black light is yours for only $4.95. Strobe lights, $34.95. $5 off if you mention KPPC.
Attention, hippies.
Car and home stereo tape unit is $5 off if you mention KPPC. I thought I said that already. Posters, they've got some posters too. Some of them are just 25 cents, just a quarter. And blacklight posters, some just 50 cents. Blacklight posters aren't selling for what they were a couple years or so ago, so you can pick up on them for 25 cents and 50 cents now. It Sounds Incredible, 7505 Sunset Boulevard. We're hearing some sounds that are incredible, some folk music from the 1950s. That's one of my favorites that I've heard so far. I'd like to play that over again. That is real folk music. This is called 1959 Volvo. I hope I get it right in there. Dig the lead singer. The lead singer is incredible.
My baby woke me this morning for broad daylight. I was high as could be, and I couldn't get right. I shook my head and opened my eyes and looked up the barrel of a 45. Oh, don't shoot, baby. Don't shoot, baby. Don't shoot, baby. Let me talk things over with you. She said the money I give you yesterday, you spend it on women and a gamble it away. And all that red stuff on your face, I guess you say it's tomato paste. Oh, don't shoot, baby. Don't shoot, baby. Don't shoot, baby. Let me talk things over with you. She said, tell me, who was you with last night? There's nothing on you that's looking right. I said, baby, please give me a break. Don't break now, for goodness sake. Oh, don't shoot, baby. Don't shoot, baby. Don't shoot, baby. Let me talk things over with you. Baby, please don't shoot me. Give me just one more chance. Baby, please don't shoot me. I'm too young to die. This chick is too rough to ride. Please give me a break. This is more than I can take. You can have my love and my money too, but all I ask is, baby, please don't shoot. Don't shoot, baby. Don't shoot, baby. Don't shoot, baby. Let me talk things over with you. Oh, baby, please don't shoot me. You just missed my head. Oh, baby, please. Just one more chance. Oh, you got me.
We're listening to the music of the, is this the Medallion?
Yeah, that's the Medallions.
Yeah,
Green
we're going to
Medallions.
flip over this one. This one is called Edna. It's on the Duto label, which is a California phenomenon. I think he's still in business cutting Red Fox records, if I'm not mistaken.
He's cutting more than that. It's Duty Williams, and he's really a very important figure in the growth and development of American popular music.
Is he still on the scene now?
He has the Duton Music Center in Watts.
And what is he doing there? I thought that was in Compton.
It's pretty close to Watts. I believe I was down there one time.
Oh, let's see. The other side of the Medallions record is something called Speedin', which is written by McAdoo, Green, and Carpenter. And this is kind of like in the bag of 59 Volvo, I understand. We're going to put that on now.
It's wholesome.
Little girl, 'cause she's sweetest in the world. I'm sweet, I'm sweet, I'm sweet. Gotta be on the way. Oh, car is new, my motor's fast. Got a tank full of ethyl gas. I'm sweet, I'm sweet, I'm sweet. Gotta be on the way. Minutes later, all of a sudden I saw a cop. I'm sweet, I'm sweet, I'm sweet. Gotta be on the way. Oh. Man, I don't want to slow down, man. I can't, man. I get you up for New Year's, man. I done had a
Cat in the background saying, "I'm scared."
Obviously a Los Angeles song.
Right. Oh, this is a great song. It's amazing how many songs were written in the 1950s about cars, too. It's a whole...
Yeah, they had them then.
Sitting Sounds is presenting something at the Shrine Exposition Hall Friday and Saturday nights, Thanksgiving weekend, November 29th and November 30th. I think they had more cars in the 50s than we do now, because they had like a whole thing happening.
Well, they were
cars.
finer cars.
Fine cars. They were. What did you do to cars? I forget all the terms.
Oh, you could chop them, and you could channel them, reverse the springs.
You could certainly custom them.
Yes, and no car was complete without some fuzzy dice or bongos in the back seat, or the shrunken head was a big item.
That's right.
And in San Diego, where I was growing up, they had some very ferocious car clubs with these plaques that would drag on the pavement because the cars were lowered all the way around. The big car down there to own for status was an icebox white 39 Chevy with primer spots.
Remember, it was kind of a big thing during Easter vacation, particularly Easter vacation, to split from school and to take off into some other state. I was from Detroit, so a good place to go was Florida. And one of the prerequisites of going to Florida, or wherever it was that you were splitting for Easter vacation, was to get those little decals that you would put on your car to show you each state that you had been through, and you would come back from Florida with like 15 of them on the window.
Well, the customs and folklore of the American teenager are very curious in that they vary so much from area to area. There are things that teenagers do in different parts of the country that just don't exist other places. I heard of a scene that was happening in one of the I guess Michigan, one of those northern states, where a lot of the kids in this one town had bought two-way radios. We're in the valley where it's a big thing to go out cruising, and you go to Bob's and you cruise around and sit low in your car and shake your tambourine and listen to tapes that you stole of the Seeds. They had a whole scene that they were doing where you'd cruise the street, but you wouldn't go to any place. You'd just talk to each other on these two-way radios, and you'd hustle chicks, from your car. You'd pick somebody up by a radio, and it was all very modern and mechanized. And these kids would say like $200, and then they'd have to get a third-class license as a broadcaster. And so that was really a status thing. You have the radio in your car.
That was very sophisticated. I remember when I was in camp, when I was in about the 3rd or 4th grade, there was a counselor there that had a DA, and he always used to wear white undershirts and always carried his camels around, kind of tucked in his white undershirt. He'd always wear
Out
Levi's.
here, you rolled them up in your sleeve, didn't you, kids?
Yeah, that's right. That's where he carried them, rolled up. And he would wear low Levi's and a thick black belt. And the kids would say, how come this guy dresses like that? And the answer was always, well, he's from California. So we got a whole image back east of what people from California were supposed to be like.
How many of you older folks out there remember being harassed in school because your hair was too long, not because it was down to your shoulders, but because it stuck out too far in the back with all that grease on it? And do you remember having trouble with the counselors and the teachers at school because your Levi's were too low? I remember at our school, they used to check that make you lift up your T-shirt in the back, and if they could see the crack in your buns, you had to go home.
And then it went through another cycle. There was a period where everybody was checking to see if your Levi's were too low. And then around 1959 or 1960, 61, around Detroit, it was a reversal where they were wearing them too high to get an altogether different effect.
Well, in California, after Levi's were really happening, khakis came in. And you had this whole scene where there are different ways to wear your khakis. Certain parts of town, you'd wear your khakis all the way down, so that just the tips of your French-toed shoes, your tangerine-colored French-toed shoes, would show out the front of your khakis, and you would shine only the tip of your shoe. Or sometimes they had black shoes, kickers, and they would slit the sides of the khakis so that when you walked, they flapped, or it looked like duck feet or something. And they were bought extra long, so they went way up in the crotch, and then sometimes the guys would wear suspenders, and the waist of the pants would be somewhere up near your chest, with a Sir Guy shirt, sort of fuzzy plaid shirt, and buttoned all the way up to the neck with a St. Christopher medallion or a crucifix hung outside the shirt on a chain. And a formal wear was the khakis, a T-shirt, and a sport coat, preferably pink flannel, one-button roll, very long sport coat with the khakis, and your black shoes for formal occasions.
You remember about 1956, I think, when pink and black was very popular. So kids would come to school for the new school year. They'd have pink socks, black shoes, black pants with a sort of a seam up and down the side that would be pink. You'd be wearing a pink shirt with like a little black trimming on it, and that would be it, pink and black, for the whole year of 1955.
You could always tell if your mother, if you were getting along well with your mother. Some kids in school had really well-pressed pants, and you knew that the guy was too lazy to do it himself, and he was either a smooth talker and really got his mom to do him up every morning, or else he was getting along very well with his folks. And sometimes it got to the extreme. You wanted to keep that crease in your pants so bad that you had your mother sew it in, so you had the thing sewed down the front. That was really an extreme.
We're going to get back and talk to Frank. He's going to tell us about Broadway Al in a moment or two. The Scenic Sounds is presenting an excellent concert that's going to be happening this weekend. Thanksgiving weekend. It's going to be happening this Friday and this Saturday night, November 29th and November 30th. It's an all-English show with Jeff Beck, Moody Blues, and 10 Years After. The lights and visuals are by the Piccadilly Light Show, and the tickets are available all around town. In advance, you can pick them up at Mutual Ticket Agencies, Wallach's Music City, Groove Companies, Free Press Bookstores, The Beauty Bottle, and Sound Spectrum. And the price, if you pick up your tickets in advance, $3.50, or if you wait and pick it up at the door, the price will be $4 at the door if you can get them at all, because I think it's going to be a sellout. Jeff Beck, Moody Blues, 10 Years After, presented by Scenic Sounds, and that's going to be at the Shrine Exposition Hall this Thanksgiving weekend, November 29th and November 30th. That's this Friday and this Saturday night. If you're interested in the time, it's just about 9 minutes in front of the hour of 6 o'clock. We're playing some old familiar sounds. Some of them are old familiar sounds. Some of them, quite frankly, I'm hearing for the first time. And Frank Zappa brought a lot of the records that he has at home down to share with us, which is really very, very pleasant. We're enjoying ourselves very much. I think this is where radio should be at, where people just kind of get together and play records like they do in their own home and do commercials every now and then, just like you do in your own home.
Yeah, get up and go to the toilet or eat a peanut butter sandwich. Why don't you play Rubber Biscuit?
Okay, I wanted to ask you about Broadway Al.
Oh, there's this guy in New York who's an incredible anachronism. Broadway Al is a record collector who is co-owner of a shop called Village Oldies. Here, the card is here. Let's see, it's specializing in rare, out-of-print blues and psychedelic records. Village Oldies at 149 Bleecker Street, Greenwich Village, New York. Telephone 677-9777. Bleecker Bob and Broadway Al, Kansas, and etc. That's what it says on the card. Now, Broadway Al Trommers has a collection of about 70,000 R&B records, and he's a J.B. Lenore fetishist. And people have different reasons for buying records and saving them, for years and years. The ones that I have, I save them because I like to listen to them. But Broadway Al's feeling for the records goes beyond that. He goes for the labels and the color of plastic that they were stamped on. And he nearly achieves orgasm over any J.B. Lenore record printed on clear red plastic, which he can hold up to the light and see the spirals in. Just to walk in, he'll be standing around in this store across from the Cafe A Go-Go in New York, holding these records up to the light, just going through some sort of weird ritual. If anybody has any J.B. Lenore records on red plastic, Broadway Al will probably give you an arm and a leg for them.
Providing you want an arm and leg that belong to Broadway Al.
Listen, people collect weird things. Get it bronze, put it on your car.
I picked up an issue of Life magazine last summer, and I saw an article that you wrote that I read like 3 or 4 times because it brought back so many memories and it was so well put. And the one thing I remember particularly was the sense of pride you had in being a teenager when you saw the Blackboard Jungle and you heard that great music coming out of the screen.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Put your glad rags on, join me home. We'll have some fun when the clock strikes 1. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 2, 3, and 4, if the band slows down, we'll yell for more. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the chimes ring 5, 6, and 7, we'll be right in 7th heaven. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 2, I'll be going strong and so will you. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 12, we'll cool off and start rocking around the clock again. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight.
Bill Haley and the Comets from Highland Park, Michigan, one of the first white rock and roll artists, and helped coin the phrase rock and roll. They say that Alan Freed coined the phrase rock and roll. I suppose he
Alan
made it
Freed
popular.
says so.
Huh?
Even Alan Freed
Even
says
Alan
so.
Freed admits
Hi,
humbly
kids.
to
This
it.
is Alan Freed. I'm the king of rock and roll.
Rock and roll was a term that was around a long, long time before Alan Freed. I guess he did make it popular, and Bill Haley and the Comets helped it out, doing things like Shake, Rattle, and Roll, which is a song that Big Joe Turner did before, and Rock Around the Clock, and 13 Women and Only One Man in Town, and ABC Boogie, and Dim Dim the Lights. These were great sounds. Rock Around the Clock actually was out for about 3 or 4 months, and it was a complete stiff. It was a bomb until Blackboard Jungle came out, and then it was an immediate hit. There was a sense of pride in sitting there in the dark theater and watching Glenn Ford trying to get along with those kids.
You remember Manual Trades?
Yeah, Manual Trades. Whatever happened to Manual Trades? He's a great character actor now, right?
Yeah, that was one of the great moments of the movies.
I had a lot of sympathy, though, with Glenn Ford's friend who brought all of his records to school, and these tawdry hoodlums just like threw the records around. Although he
That's
was
the way they act,
representing-
though, those tawdry hoodlums.
They do, with their DAs and everything. Speaking of tawdry hoodlums,
Tawdry hoodlums.
we've done a spot for
Tawdry
tawdry hoodlums. Let's see, I don't think we have any commercials for the record tote. What was that thing called?
Tune Tote.
Tune tote. You remember those little boxes you used to carry your 45s around in? You'd catalog them and put numbers on the record and everything?
Then
Those
you
were
had a
called-
card that you write the names that go with the numbers, and you keep that inside the Tune Tote so you can find, which record you have in your collection. You have 25 records in the box, and you think that was a lot.
And pretty soon you'd have to get another tune tote, or else you'd forget about it entirely.
For $3.98.
For $3.98, you usually get them for Christmas. It wasn't the kind of thing you went out to buy for yourself. It was something normally your
That's
parents...
definitely a mother purchase.
Yeah. Maybe we can... You're listening to KPPC. It's 106.7 on your FM dial. Music is happening 24 hours a day, and the music today is definitely not, for the most part, in stereo.
Cow, 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 one of the chicken horn, chicken to hold, fried, I love the air, one of the laying down something that a chicken wall, fried, the air, one of the love, the mouse, chicken love, laying down one of the
Do that again. Do, 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 boom.
cow, cow, loving in the love, fried, the heaven in the heaven, I love loving in the love, fried, the rigging, chicken, have a love, the mouse, chicken love, laying down the clock like a one of the I love the heaven in the hubbaloo, ride the rigging, chicken love, I love the woody, woody, back up.
Did you ever hear of a wish sandwich? Well, it's the kind of a sandwich that you're supposed to take 2 pieces of bread and wish you had some meat. Do, 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 boom.
Cow, cow, loving in the love, ride the heaven in the love, love the mouse, chicken love, he ride one of the record, love the mouse, chicken love, he ride the woody, woody, love, love the mouse, chicken love, he ride the heaven in the hubbaloo, I love the something that a chicken want.
The other day, I ate a ricochet biscuit. Well, it's the kind of a biscuit that's supposed to bounce off the wall back in your mouth. If it don't bounce back, you go hungry. Do, 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 boom.
Cow, cow, loving in the love, I love the something that a love, he ride the talk like a love, I love the something that a love, love the mouse, chicken love, he ride one of the love, love the mouse, chicken love, laying down loving in the love, he ride the seven to hubbaloo.
The other day, I ate a cold water sandwich and a Sunday go to meat and bun. Do, 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 boom.
Cow, cow, loving in the love, ride the rigging, chicken hubbaloo, I love the one in the love, he ride the heaven in the hubbaloo, ride the heaven in the one in the love, he ride the one in the record, love the mouse, chicken love, laying down the one in the love, he ride the heaven in the gun.
What you want for nothing? A rubber biscuit? Do, 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 boom.
Cow, cow,
Rubber Biscuit by The Chips on the Josie label.
Hi there, everybody. This is Ella Fitzgerald saying, it's Music City.
Thank you very much, Alan. This is Clyde Wallach. Visit Music City early for the big, wonderful gift selection of stereo tapes. Music City has every kind of reel-to-reel, 4-track, 8-track cartridge and cassette tapes, and also play tapes. Over 10,000 individual tape selections for your convenience. Every one right at your fingertips. Guaranteed, safety sealed, never played. Top 10 albums, contemporary, rock, rhythm and blues, jazz, classics, Broadway shows, and picture scores. You can use Bank America card, MasterCharge, or any major credit card at Music City.
Oh, now I read the rest of this?
Right, you read the rest of
It
it.
gives me great pleasure to read the tagline to a commercial for Wallach's Music City because I used to work for them a long time ago. And before I read the rest of the hype, I'll tell you a little bit about their personnel policy. They have a peculiar thing happening, or they were working this way at the store that they had downtown, which bombed out, where you would be fired if you were seen going to lunch with any of the members of the staff who happened to be of the opposite sex. You couldn't associate with, say, a girl who worked in the album department if you were a boy who worked in the singles department. I think that's rather
Did you work downtown?
Yep.
So did I.
Yeah. I had a badge that said Mr. Zappa on it. I still got it.
I never got a badge. I wasn't there that long.
Yeah, I was working in the singles department. I thought it was really weird, you know. Hey, man, you're going to lose your job if you go to lunch with some pig from the department over there. Anyway, here's the rest of the hype for this commercial. 1. Players from 1695. A beautiful play tape with built-in radio, just $29.95. And the world's largest play tape cartridge selection, now at all Wallach's Music Cities. 2. Players with built-in solid-state radio, just $29.95. Other play tapes as low as $16.95. World's largest selection of play tape cartridges at Wallach's Music City now. They make it sound like it's like a little toy machine that makes music come out. That's not the way music was meant to be, a little play tape. Playtime.
By the way, there's hundreds of delightful and different gift ideas at Music City. I think they probably have a tune tote there. One of the few places in the United States that still sells tune
Wallach's
toters.
would have a tune tote.
I think they would have it. They've got tune toters for you at Eastland Center, West Covina, Lakewood Center, Torrance, Hawthorne, and Artesia, Topanga Plaza, Canoga Park, Hollywood, and South Coast Plaza in Costa Mesa.
You could always use it for a lunch.
That mean old sun shining down on me, burning my eyeballs, I can't hardly see. I've been laying here for 6 hours trying to make up my mind whether to go to work or just stop trying. Oh baby, it's hot. Don't you know I'm burning up? The bees are humming. The summers are coming. And it's hot. My wife told me to go out and cut the grass. I thought I'd lay down a bit just to let the sun pass. I saw a little ant dragging a piece of bread as big as me. He was working so hard I started sweating, so I just put him out of his misery. Oh, baby, it's hot. Don't you know I'm burning up? The neighbors are fighting, the mosquitoes are biting, and it's hot. I got a funny old lady I just don't understand. She picks the strangest times to wanna hold my hand. Sweat pouring out my body, I'm as mad as I can be. Don't hold my hand, woman, just get away from me. Oh, baby, it's hot. Don't you know I'm burning up? Would like to go to the pool. Found myself keeping cool. It's hot. Now I'm not a lazy man, but it's one thing I know. The rain must fall to make the grass grow. The good Lord put me here, so I know I'm one of the human race. I don't ask for too much, just a little cool air across my face. Oh, baby, it's hot. Don't you know I'm burning up? Talk about getting a job. I just might stop. Oh, baby, it's hot. Pass me the ice water.
Hi,
Hi, this is Sam Riddle inviting all of you to join me Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights, November 28th, 29th, and 30th at Disneyland. On stage in a great show, it's the Soul of the Righteous Brothers, along with the four King Cousins and comedians Skiles and Henderson. Dance to the music of Gary Lewis and the Playboys. It's Gary's first in-person appearance since his Army release. Plus, there are more than 50 Disneyland adventures and attractions for your enjoyment. That's the Righteous Brothers, the King Cousins, Skiles and Henderson, and Gary Lewis and the Playboys Thanksgiving weekend at Disneyland.
Okay.
That's Disneyland.
That's Disneyland, and that's Sam Riddle, too, and that's Gary Lewis and the Playboys. Three things that we really stand for here at KPPC. Muntz Cartridge City at 15601 Roscoe Boulevard in Van Nuys is just off the San Diego Freeway. Their phone number is 894-8381. They've got complete stereo tape units, so you can do your own installation, and the price is $24.95. Or if they do the installation for you, if Muntz does the installation, the price is just a little bit higher, as fate would have it. $29.95 is the price. Largest self-service tape library in the whole wide world. All the latest and greatest on 4- and 8-track tapes with a free Muntz discount card and $1 off on any cartridge tape, including the new Beatles on 4- or 8-track. They've got a bargain bar, by the way, and tapes are priced from 99 cents to $2.98. The only catch is that they're tapeworms. 99 cents to $2.98 in their bargain bar. That's what the tapes are priced for. You want to know what their schedule is, Frank?
Sure, let's hear it.
Well, Frank, Monday through Friday, their schedule is from 10 in the morning to 8 p.m. Those are the hours that they're open. Saturday, on the other hand, they're open from 10 in the morning till 6 p.m. They knock a couple hours off there on Saturday.
They're knocking it off, huh?
Right. On a Sunday, they are open at 11 in the morning, but they close on the Sabbath at 5 p.m.
Moco City.
Would you like to introduce the next record?
Yes, I would like to introduce the next record. It's one of the most passionate of the passion records. I'd like to dedicate this to Dodie, to the GTOs, to Roy and Jim, and to the two new members of the Mothers, Lowell and Buzz. And it goes out to all you lovers out there. It's called I by the Velvets.
I want you so, more than
green, see there. I smell the rose in her hair. Louie, Louie, me gotta go. Well, Louie, Louie, me gotta go. Me see Jamaica moon above. It won't be long. Me see me love. Me take her in my arms and then I tell her I never leave again. Louie, Louie, well, me gotta go. Louie, Louie, me gotta go. I say me gotta go. Yes, me gotta go. Ooh, I'm all alone, feeling so blue, thinking about you and the love we once knew. And each time I do, it brings back those memories of El Monte. Remember the dance I held you so tight. The satins were singing in the still of the night. You gave me your heart and your love undying. Now I'm alone. I'm sitting here crying. If only they have those dances again, I'd know where to find you and all my old friends. The Shields would sing,
You cheated, you lied.
and the heartbeats
You're 1,000 miles away.
and the medallions with the letter and
Sweet words of his mortality.
Marvin and Johnny with and then Tony Allen with and I, Cleve Duncan, along with the Penguins will sing Earth Angel, will you be mine at El Monte? If I could go back to those days of the past, I'd show you a love that would last. Oh, I remember those wonderful dances in El Monte. In El Monte. Earth angel, will you be mine at El Monte?
I'd like to dedicate that to Art LeBeau and all the people at Original Sound on
And Henry
Sunset.
Rickman and Art Newberger, who were working for him at that time.
I didn't realize that you wrote this song, but I was over at Original Sound today picking up on Oldies But Goodies Volume 1 through 9.
Yeah.
And a cat over there by the name of John laid this on me and said that you wrote it. And lo and behold, I looked on the label, and there it was. It said Zappa.
I wrote a couple more that he put out, and all of them were bombs, except for this one called Grunion Run, which happened to be the B-side of a tune called Tijuana Surf, which was written by Paul Buff, who is LeBeau's engineer there now. Tijuana Surf was released and immediately proceeded to sell somewhere between 5,000 and 8,000 copies in Fresno, California, and eating it for the rest of the United States. Then some wise dude says, this is the kind of record that would be big in Mexico. So they released it. It sold 150,000 copies and was #1 for 17 weeks in Mexico.
Did you ever get paid?
From Art LeBeau? Are you kidding? We'll see you later, Artie.
How did this record?
No, he did. He paid me. In fact, I've even received some BMI statements on some of the tunes that we did for Art. I got a statement on Memories of El Monte for 27 cents.
That's kind of reflecting a new avant-garde attitude in the record business now, where they actually feel that in some cases the artist should be paid for what they do.
Extreme cases.
It doesn't happen that often, but once a year or so you'll hear of somebody that sells records that actually gets paid for them.
Not if they're recording for MGM.
We have a couple of dissatisfied MGM artists here. Former MGM artists, two of them, Frank and my wife Susan, recorded for MGM.
Did you record for MGM? Let me tell you, from what I hear, there's been all kinds of complaints for, like Sam the Sham is having problems, and all kinds of other people having problems with the MGM's accounting procedure. It's very primitive. You know, getting a brown paper bag and making X's on it with a blue crayon doesn't get it when you're trying to compute record sales, you know, and they're a little bit slow, you know, like the members of the Mothers about a month ago received their first royalty payment from MGM. We've been recording for them for 2.5 or 3 years. And I'd say that's pushing it a little bit. You're supposed to be paid twice a year on record sale royalties, and it's just really... It's rough on you, being a teenage rock and roller and you can't get paid for doing your work.
Well, Susan became a little suspicious when she asked for an accounting, and they came up with all the accounting books, only they carried them in a tune tote.
That's right.
You know, that made us wonder.
Sandwich in there.
Fig Newton. Let's see. In Doug Weston's Troubadour, Good Things Continue, Biff Rose, who's a very, very funny guy, and he writes some very entertaining songs, will be singing. I understand, I've never seen Biff Rose perform, but I understand from people that when you see him live, that's really the way to appreciate him. To see him is to dig him. Biff Rose is into his second week at the Troubadour, and along with Biff Rose is Pogo. This is a new group featuring Richie Furay and Jim Messina, formerly of the Buffalo Springfield. They've put together a group that I understand is kind of country and western oriented, not to be confused with country and western oriental. The Troubadour opens at 8 o'clock in the evening every evening, and the address is 9079 Santa Monica Boulevard in Hollywood. For reservations and for further information, call 276-6168. By the way, coming up in December 3rd through December 11th will be the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, and December 4th through the 11th will be Pat Paulson. Coming in December 12th through the 15th, Buffy St. Marie, and if you are anxious to see Buffy St. Marie in one of her rare nightclub appearances, you better get your advance tickets. The advance tickets for Buffy St. Marie go on sale December 2nd at the Troubadour box office, Wallach's Music City, and Mutual Ticket Agencies. This week through December 1st, Biff Rose and Pogo, now happening at the Troubadour, 9079 Santa Monica Boulevard, right at the corner of Santa Monica and Doheny in Hollywood. Frank?
You know, Memories of El Monte was co-written by Ray Collins and myself. And a long time ago, about the same time Memories of El Monte was written, he and I worked at the Troubadour on Talent Night as Loeb and Leopold.
Oh, wow.
And we went down there and were singing songs about pimples and all kinds of other far-out things where it seemed like a lot of that was the basis of some of the things that the Mothers eventually wound up doing. Haven't been back to the Troubadour since. Disgusting.
Here's some folk music. We're going to try to do everything that we can to book this group into Doug Weston's Troubadour sometime in the near future. Listen and see if you think it's a hit or a miss.
It is 3 hours past midnight. Toss and tumble on my pillow, but I just can't close my eyes. Well, I toss and tumble on my pillow, but I just can't close
This next record is called Crashing the Party by the Feathers, and it goes out to all the guys in the low riders.
Well, if you give a party, don't lock the doors. Turn out all the lights. Cause if you don't let my boys inside, it's going to be a fight. Well, we started out this morning. We're gonna rack some heads. Some names know that to call the heat. And now we're laying dead. Well, if you give a party, don't lock the doors. Turn out all the lights. Cause if you don't let my boys inside, it's going to be a fight. Well, the party was really jumping, don't you know the chicks, they were fine. I was checking this crazy, crazy side, almost lost my mind. Well, if you give a party, don't lock the doors, turn out all the lights. Cause if you don't let my boys inside, it's going to be a fight. Big Louis, he will stick you, don't you know it, Johnny, he has a scar. Big James, he will hit you, and then you know it's time to run. Well, if you give a party, don't lock the doors, turn out all the lights. Cause if you don't let my boys inside, it's going to be a fight. Well, everybody cool it, don't you know things was on the beat. We heard this crazy groove, this screaming noise, and then the heat cruise unseen. Well, if you give a party, don't lock the doors, turn out all the lights. Cause if you don't let my boys inside, it's going to be a fight. No! Everybody cooled it, don't you know things was on the beat. We heard this crazy groove, this screaming noise, and the heat cruise on the scene. Well, if you give a party, don't lock the doors, turn out all the lights. Cause if you don't let my boys inside, it's going to be a fight. There's more going to be more fight. Look out there, no, it's not.
Just let me hear some of that rock and roll music. Just let me hear some of that rock and roll revolution. Just let me hear some of that music revolution.
Beatles.
Sail.
Music.
Revolution.
Beatles.
Sail. Revolution. Sail.
The brand new Beatles double album, on sale now at Music Revolution, 8709 Santa Monica Boulevard, 3 blocks west of La Cienega in Hollywood. Help support the revolution.
And now, the live tag number 2 to follow up tape number 2. The brand new Beatle album, which lists for $11.98, is now on sale for the low price of $6.98 at Music Revolution. God, are they doing you a favor? Don't forget that for a limited time only, all 479 LPs are $268 at Music Revolution, including the new Rolling Stones LP, Beggar's Banquet, and the new Judy Collins LP. Wonderful. Let's hear it for them.
That was real good, except you made one mistake.
What's that?
Instead of saying low price, you're supposed to repeat low about 4 times. You're supposed to say low, 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 low price.
They're giving it to you cheap. Boy, listen, it's amazing that the Beatles have to do a commercial. You know, that's ferocious. You know, come on, you guys, help the Beatles. Buy their record. Buy the Beatles record. Come on.
You're listening to KPPC. It's 106.7 on your FM dial. Music is happening 24 hours a day. Today we are taking a couple of hours or so and taking an affectionate look at the 1950s, and it really has been an enjoyable time. Frank Zappa is our guest, and he's your guest. That was real good, except you made one mistake.
What's that?
Instead of saying low price, you're supposed to repeat low about 4 times. You're supposed to say low, 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 low price.
They're giving it to you cheap. Boy, listen, it's amazing that the Beatles have to do a commercial. You know, that's ferocious. You know, come on, you guys, help the Beatles. Buy their record. Buy the Beatles record. Come on.
You're listening to KPPC. It's 106.7 on your FM dial. Music is happening 24 hours a day. Today we are taking a couple of hours or so and taking an affectionate look at the 1950s, and it really has been an enjoyable time. Frank Zappa is our guest, and the floor will be carpeted for your sitting pleasure.
Nothing worse than cold buns at a rock concert. Huh, kids?
I got a woman with money in every hand. She's been all over the world from sea to sand. She's up to last night, I was told. Went up there and bought out all the gold. Listen, no child, no. Every day, baby, just rolling in the. Miss Sue say, Daddy, do you love me too? I said, yeah, mama, child, you know I do. She grabbed the purse and then she jumped out of tears. She said, come on, Daddy, let me hear you say it again. Listen, oh, child, don't you know? Every day, baby, just rolling and going. Don't you know, listen, oh child, don't you know, every day, baby, just rolling and done. Miss Sue got money in every bank, it's even got about an army tank. Miss Sue smiling, then she smile with me, she even got money going on a coconut tree. Listen, oh child, don't you know? Every day, baby, you're just rolling in the.
I lay love
out there in Radioland, we've been listening to Don and Dewey, a medley of 3. What did we just hear? What songs?
The first one that you heard was called Miss Sue, which is a very early Don and Dewey, before they graduated from the Shade label all the way up to Specialty. You know, that label that's white and yellow and black and looks like a scrambled egg with writing on it?
They're going to reactivate that label, by the way.
They are?
Yes.
Oh, that's great. You know, what I hope they re-release is Cherokee Dance by Willie Joe and his Unitar. You ever heard that?
No.
Oh, that's fantastic.
The people I remember on Specialty were Larry Williams and, of course, Sam Cooke and Little Richard.
Yeah.
And Don and Dewey.
Well, he also had some heavy people like Curtis Mayfield?
Percy Mayfield.
Percy Mayfield, yeah. And there was this other guy on there. They had a record called Cool Caravan.
I have that.
You have that?
Yeah, I'll play it for you a little bit.
Yeah, that's a hot item.
That's by the Rhythm Cats, I think.
I can't remember the Rhythm Cats. I'm gonna dig that one out. That's really one of those tawdry old instrumentals. Anyway, Don and Dewey worked very hard to put their act together. They played successfully a great number of times at El Monte Legion Stadium, thrilling the audience with their zany antics. One of them would play an electric violin, and he also doubled on guitar, and the other one would play organ and sometimes bass. And they had this special type of vocal harmony that was very individualistic, and they had these gala costumes, which were sort of day-glow rayon with bolero balls hanging all over their chest, and they would jump around a lot, and they had really phenomenal, huge processed pompadours going up about 2.5 feet from the top of their head, and they really had it together. And then the Righteous Brothers came along and sort of borrowed their whole number, and because they were white, became very rich. Meanwhile, Don and Dewey don't function anymore. I think it's sort of sad. The second of the 3 records was Little Love, and the third record was Soul Motion, which is really wonderful electric violin instrumental. And now what's going to happen?
Well, now we have a record that goes something like this, and I just hope that you folks out there enjoy this as much as we enjoy presenting it to you.
Angel in my life, you're a sweetie pie. Put your lips on mine, my oh my. I think of you all the time. Itty bitty, what a kitty, Humpty Dum, you're mine. I have a little heart, have a little pity. When I'm in your arms, I am my kitty, a dream that's fine. Itty bitty, what a kitty, Humpty Dum, you're mine. Oh, what a pity, my kitty. I don't know what to do. But Humpty Dum, baby,
Enjoying some of the great sounds from out of the past, it's time actually for an unofficial commercial. And this is a commercial for an album called Reuben and the Jets.
It's a secret greasing.
It's a secret greasing.
Yeah.
And this commercial has not been paid for, which I might add violates all the rules of the Federal Communications Commission.
That's it. Stick it to him. Tell him how avant-garde you are. Music can start?
It's on already.
Oh, I can't hear it. Oh, can I hear it while I'm doing this?
No way for you to hear it, Frank. You just have to feel it.
Oh, start it again. I want to make it perfect.
Okay.
Well, at least get close to it.
Okay, we're going to
anyway.
start that again.
There we go. This is our greasing.
Okay, I think it's about ready to start, Frank, if you're ready.
Reuben Sano was 19 when he put the group to work on his car. He had just saved up enough money to buy a 53 Nash and 4 gallons of gray primer. His girlfriend said she would leave him forever if he didn't quit playing in the band and fix up his car so they could go to the drive-in and make out. There was already 11 other guys in the band, so when he quit, nobody missed him except for his car when they had to go to rehearsal or play for a battle of the bands at the American Legion Post in Chino. They're all still good friends even today. The other main guys in the band, Nacho, Louie, Pana, and Chewy, still come over to Reuben's house on Tuesday or Wednesday to listen to his collection of Richie Valens records and also Eddie My Love. Generally speaking, they save cherry pie and work with me Annie till the late part of the evening so they can have something to hum on the way home or to Burger Lane. Some of them continue to hum and pop their fingers even the next day working in the car wash. Now that they have gotten their big break in show business, each one of the main guys in the group voted at the band meeting to keep the name Reuben on the Jets, not only because it sounds real fine and gives it class, but also because it makes it real sharp. Reuben even likes it too and thinks it is real sharp. All the guys in the band hope that you are sick and tired like they are of all this crazy far-out music some of the bands of today are playing. They hope you are so sick and tired of it that you are ready for their real sharp style of music. They are good, socially acceptable young men who only want to sing about their girlfriends. They want everybody to start dancing close back together again like 1955 because they know that people need to love and also want to hold on to each other. Even holding hands is okay to them. They want you to hold hands and dance the bop and fall in love to their music. One of the main guys in the band was telling me a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about how about only half the guys in the band ever show up at rehearsals most of the time. If people would just hear my plea, I would give everything just to sing the songs that was turning me on in high school. Reuben has 3 dogs, Benny, Baby, and Martha. From the past. How many of you chicks got pregnant to this song? Remember?
Just promise me, darling, your love in return. Make this fire in my soul, dear, forever burn. My heart's at your command, dear, to keep love and to hold. Making you happy is my desire, dear. Keeping you is my goal.
And remember, too, girls, that getting pregnant when you don't want to is an exclusive KPPC bummer.
I'll never part from you and your loving way.
This record goes out to Sandra from the GTOs. And to Calvin.
My heart's at your commanding to keep love and to hold.
You're on the couch.
Making you happy.
So try humping. Remember?
Keeping you is my goal. I'll forever love you.
Also going out for Wayne and Millie and all of our shut-in friends from Homedale.
I'll never part from you and your loving way.
This is a KPPC Stink Finger special.
That was Johnny Ace, who had kind of a strange career. He had, I think this record, if I'm not mistaken, was a million seller, and I think it was the first R&B million seller. And on Christmas Eve in 1954, while playing a gig in Texas, he was playing Russian roulette and shot himself right through the head. And that was the end of Johnny Ace, although he was never forgotten because on the Coral label, Teresa Brewer put out a record called Johnny My Love. And what did she know from Johnny Ace?
Really? Come on now. So do we have anything else exciting?
We got some more records, I think.
Oh, here's one. Now, when I was going to school in San Diego, I was at a place called Mission Bay High School. I went to Grossmont and to Mission Bay.
Grossmont?
Yeah. Ridiculous place. And there was a band functioning at that time, a really popular local band called the Blue Notes that featured a guy named Wilbur Whitfield. And we were all very proud of Wilbur when he escaped from San Diego and went all the way to Los Angeles to record this record on the Aladdin label. And it was dedicated to all the chicks in Pacific Beach. And it's sort of a mediocre record, but it's called PB Baby by Wilbur Whitfield. Let's hear it for him.
PB baby, will you be my baby? Be my baby. Billy, Billy, baby. Billy, Billy, all the time. Billy, Billy, baby. Will you be my baby?
Piddly, piddly all the time. Now, that is a unique example.
Symbolic.
Yes, now there's one of the only Negro singers that has been influenced by Bobby Rydell on the Philadelphia sound.
Do you know what I remember about Bobby Rydell? I saw a picture of him one time, and his hairdo looked like it wasn't made out of hair, but a big piece of chewing gum, that was sort of smoothed over and sticking out in the front. Like a real smooth woodpecker nose.
Whatever happened to Bobby Rydell?
He's probably going to work at Disneyland.
Yeah, except you'll have to get his hair cut to get in there.
That's right.
Let's see, it's 7 o'clock, sports fans, and it's time for...
An enema.
It's time for an enema?
What is this madness?
It's time for station identification, which is a highlight of our show. On KPPC, it's 106.7 on your FM dial. Music is 24 hours a day. We have a commercial for another one of the dance halls.
Sure, there's a lot of action around here.
Right. One of the dance halls that are currently springing up in the City of the Angels.
Until the police shut him down.
Let's see, this is a place called The Bank out there in Torrance, presented by the family at the Bank in Torrance Friday and Saturday nights. Of this weekend, they will be presenting Spirit, Harvey Mandel, and Blues Image. Sunday from 4 p.m. till 10 p.m., Harvey Mandel, Screaming Lord Sutch from England, and a live KPFK broadcast with John Carpenter. Tickets are $2.50 at the Groove Companies, mutual ticket agencies, and all other usual places. And remember, 8:30, Friday and Saturday nights, that's this weekend, Spirit, Harvey Mandel, Blues Image. You want to know where you can find the Bank? You can find it at the crossroads of San Diego and Harbor Freeway. Follow the searchlight. Oh yeah, you want Stanley Chevrolet.
Tell them about it, Molly B.
Tell the folks how to get there, Frank Zappa.
I should tell them how to get to the Bank. I've never been to the Bank. It's a psychedelic hop place.
Well, here, take a look at it.
Oh, wait a minute.
You can perhaps sing a commercial for the Bank.
Let's see. The Bank is at the crossroads of San Diego and Harbor Freeway. Follow the searchlight. Now, is that cheesy? It's in Torrance. We used to work in Torrance at a really wretched place called the Tomcat.
Oh, wow.
And then after the Tomcat, we go to jam sessions at a place called Lambs. And at that time, the band was known as Captain Glasspack and its Magic Mufflers. And they kept throwing us out of this jam session because they had this old pig that played the piano there that was sort of the mistress of ceremonies. And she was embarrassed to introduce us, and we wanted to get up and rock out. You guys got to be kidding with a name like that. Follow the searchlight. It's in Torrance.
Okay, I think we destroyed their weekend business, which they've been looking forward to. Spirit, Harvey Mandel, and Blues Image. Underground radio back in about 1953 and 1954. Underground radio was rhythm and blues radio. And there was a whole series of records that somehow managed to sell very, very well without having the benefit of actually being played on the radio too often. I don't think there was a white radio station in the United States that would play Work With Me, Annie, and Annie Had a Baby, and Annie's Aunt Fanny, and Sexy Ways by Hank Ballard and the Midnighters, and an awful lot of the black stations wouldn't play it either. But somehow or other they managed to sell. I remember
you got a lot of nerve playing it here in Pasadena.
I know, we certainly do, especially underneath a church.
That's right.
I feel so clever. I feel as if I'm in my bedroom doing something I shouldn't do, just even by playing this record.
What would you do if you were in your bedroom by yourself? Go on, tell them.
I'd play the record at 33 1/3 speed.
So you could hear all the words. That's
hear
right.
all the words.
Does he really say? Is that what he's saying on there? Well, I don't believe it. They're talking about things you do with a certain part of your body to a girl. But it's got a good beat. Well, I guess it's okay.
I'd give it an 83 as long as you can dance to it, Dick.
I'd give it an enema and send it to Roy.
Let's get it while the getting is good. So good, so good, so good.
two by Hank Ballard and the Midnighters.
One of them at the wrong speed.
One of them at the wrong speed.
On purpose.
On purpose.
Because it's trippy and psychedelic, and we know there are a lot of speed freaks listening, and they can understand that.
I think there'll be a lot of hidden meanings in that for each and every one of you. Annie Had a Baby and Work With Me, Annie, and there was one other that I wanted to play. Oh, yeah, Annie's Aunt Fanny.
Let's play Stingy Little Thing. It's the dirtiest one.
It is. Where is it? Is it on here?
Should be.
No, there's Switchy, Witchy, Titchy, which...
Maybe I've got it on a 45.
It's Love Baby 24 Hours a Day. There's a track here called Get It, Sexy Ways, Moonrise, Work With Me, Annie.
Here's Stingy Little Thing.
Annie Had a Baby. Okay, is it by Hank Ballard and the Midnight?
Yeah.
Oh, that's on Federal. Okay, let's hear, wait just a second. Let's hear Sexy Ways, and then we'll follow that with, what is it, Stingy Little Finger?
Stingy Little Finger, yeah. A stingy little finger.
Oh, well. Let's see, we have to do a thing now where we announce to everybody that our AM transmitter is on, too. What can I say? Our AM transmitter is on, too.
There it is.
It's at 1240 on your AM dial, if you would care to tune us in on your AM dial, which you can get very easily if you're within a block from the station. Otherwise, you better cool it and just listen to the FM thing. Okay, here's a composition written by Henry Ballard.
Out of sight.
She said, no, move, get away from me. She said, no, move, get away from me. You're a stingy little thing, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. I wanna kiss you strong, love you long. Ooh, baby, ooh, why don't you come on through? kissing I'd never give. Stingy little thing, stingy little thing, please, baby. Stingy little thing, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. Baby, come on through, let me play with you. It won't be long before the feeling is gone. Stingy little thing, stingy little thing, please, baby. Stingy little thing, oh my, 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 oh my.
Incredible sound of Hank Ballard and the Midnighters. We heard all kinds of things from Hank Ballard and the Midnighters. Work With Me, Annie, Annie Had a Baby, Annie's Aunt Fanny, and Sexy Ways, followed by Stingy Little Thing, written by Hank Ballard, featuring the Midnighters on the King label and also on the Federal label. I can remember a time that about 50% of my records were either on King, I think, or Federal, which were subsidiaries of one another. I was doing some research about a year or so ago, and there was a big controversy raging around 1954, 1953, 1955 when Hank Ballard had this whole string of dirty records that were popular. And finally he came out with a record called Sexy Ways, which was relatively undirty, meaning that it was clean. And Billboard magazine got so excited and so happy about the fact that it was a clean record that they wrote a whole article about Hank Ballard doing a record that really didn't have anything objectionable in it. And I think their line was that he was really a pride to his race, that his race should really be proud of him for recording a non-dirty song. That was Billboard in about 1954 or so.
My, how they've changed. You can just imagine their policies really changed a lot, don't you think?
Well, they did, Frank, now that you mention it. They started the Rhythm and Blues survey about 2 years ago.
They finally admitted that rhythm and blues exists, you know. Prior to that, it wasn't important enough to write about.
Would you like to introduce the next record now?
Oh, yes. The next record is I Am the Japanese Sandman. This goes out to John and Yoko.
I am the Japanese Sandman.
You looking like a Japanese Sandman.
He goes the ragtag ding dong, rackety sanky doo 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 ragtag ding dong. I am the Japanese Sandman from across the sea. I got all the girls loving me. I am the Japanese Sandman and I know I'm good. I follow behind all the playboy rules. I am the Japanese Sandman from across the sea. Hey, all you babies, pay attention to me. I wear a pinstripe jacket made of chunky Puyang, a polka dot shoes made of yang sang. I got a mean from my main toy, a purple pants from my own Mingo Shanks. I am the Japanese Sandman from across the sea. Hey, all you babies, pay attention to me. Ragtag ding dong, ranky sanky, ragtag ding dong, up silly wall, ragtag ding dong, ranky sanky, ragtag ding dong, up silly wall, ragtag ding dong, ragtag ding dong. Now all of you girls, listen to me. If you want to be my little girlie, just go step out and make me afraid. We'll go down in the Hall of Fame. I am the Japanese Sandman from across the sea. Hey, all you babies, pay attention to me. He goes ragtag ding dong, racky sanky, ragtag ding dong. And all you guys say the big things. All I get to say is, he goes ragtag ding dong, racky sanky, 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 ragtag ding dong, he goes ragtag ding dong, racky sanky, ragtag ding dong, I'm feeling ragtag ding dong, racky sanky, ragtag ding dong, I'm feeling ragtag ding dong, racky sanky,
Some of you kids out there might be noticing that when we're playing these records, Frank Zappa has a tendency to interrupt them and say things. Well, that's because he's on an ego trip, and that's where his head is at.
San Francisco, California, Alcatraz Island, USA. Johnny Jones, you're here to stay.
Home on Alcatraz, in Bisco Bay. Home on Alcatraz, dead in jail. The sharks in the water can't get away. Had a little girl, like the best of everything. Had a little girl, like the best of everything. $20 bills, brought a coat and diamond ring. The law caught me, and now I got to pay. The law caught me, and now I got to pay.
That's because he's on an ego trip, and that's where his head is at.
San Francisco, California, Alcatraz Island, USA. Johnny Jones, you're here to stay.
Home on Alcatraz, in Bisco Bay. Home on Alcatraz, dead in jail. The sharks in the water can't get away. Had a little girl, like the best of everything. Had a little girl, like the best of everything. $20 bills, brought a coat and diamond ring. The law caught me, and now I got to pay. The law caught me, and now I got to pay. On Alcatraz Island, in Bisco Bay. See the light in Oakland and the Big Bay Bridge. See the light in Oakland and the Big Bay Bridge. Think about my baby and all the things we did. Every day I see the mighty Golden Gate. Every day I see the mighty Golden Gate. I'm pulling 99 years in the Bisco Bay.
That's the sound of an old 45 scratching.
Just let it play. Yeah, let it rock out. The
Play this.
45 is on an ego trip, and it's just scratching at the end.
But that's where its grooves are at. We'd like to dedicate this to some people. I'd like to send this out to
all the people at Bob's Big Boy in the Valley, and all the rest of the cruisers on Van Nuys Boulevard, and our friends in the Valley Cruisers Combo, who have manufactured such a wonderful tune about the things that go on in Van Nuys Boulevard, and to Mr. Ken at Fashion Flair for doing the horn.
Anybody else like to make any more dedications?
Phone in your dedications now.
We've heard about enough of those, Frank.
No.
Like to hear a little bit more?
Give a little more.
Frank, I don't know if we can continue to do this. They don't even do things like this on the Laugh-In TV show.
KPPC, in conjunction with the Music Hall and Columbia Records, are presenting a special offer. If you buy 6 Columbia albums at the Music Hall, you'll get a free KPPC FM radio.
We just had a phone call dedicating the record scratches to Don Vliet, alias Captain Beefheart, and it'd be my pleasure to dedicate these scratches to Donnie. Everybody out there should take their clothes off and lay down on the couch with a member of the opposite sex, or if you go another different way, get into that too, and have a little dry humping to the record scratches. Come on, kids, get into the spirit of the thing.
Hello, folks. This is Dopey, the psychedelic dog. I want to tell you about traffic. If you're a dog, you got to dodge traffic. But if you're people, you got to step in it. Traffic from United Artists Records, with 10 full pages of pictures and the complete lyrics to all songs. Traffic. It's good on the people, but hard on the dogs. Play in it, folks. It'll ride you home.
On special now at the Music Hall, which is right across the street from the Whiskey on the Sunset Strip, for just $2.99, the brand new Traffic record.
More dedication, kids. This also goes out to Mickey and Jay, the Monkeys, and to International Harvester. These are phone calls that have come in to dedicate these record scratches. Boy, is this ever underground. Another phone call dedication to Mother Joy in Hollywood. Sounds like a Teenage Connection on an underground level. Another phone call dedication. The scratches go out to Ralph Williams. Let's hear it for him.
How about Chick Lampert, too? His dog Storm. How about Walter Cronkite?
This also goes out to J. Edgar Hoover and Wildman Fisher.
Who are one and the same people. You've never seen them together, have you? Have you ever seen them eating lunch together? Of course you haven't.
This also goes out to Wolfman Jack. The Roosevelt High School and Garfield High School alumni, also to Manual Arts in Jefferson. Let's hear it.
Also to Manual Arts in the Blackboard Jungle. Glenn Ford.
Scratches go out to Ronnie, Kenny, Al Surratt, and Dwight.
I'd like to dedicate the next 15 or 20 seconds of scratches to Snooky Lanson, Dorothy Collins, Russell Arms and his entire orchestra, Giselle McKenzie, Lucky Strike dancers and singers singing goodbye for a while, that's all the smiles for a while.
The scratches are now going out to Dana Murphy, a real cool person.
And she really is, too, if you know what we mean. Oh, yeah?
Remember all these numbers like, how's it hanging? And then there were a bunch of different answers you could give. You keep asking me, how's it hanging?
How's it hanging?
One behind the other for speed.
How's it hanging?
One inside the other for endurance.
How's it hanging?
I can't remember any more of them.
You're listening to KPPC 106.7 on your FM dial. Scratches are coming to you in mono. Not to be confused with mononucleosis, which is a disease. A disease that you get from kissing.
Put a spell on you. Because you're mine. Stop the things you do. What's up? I ain't lying. I can't stand. Woo! No running around. I can't stand. No put me down. things you do. What's up? I ain't lying. I love you.
Everybody French inhale.
I love you anyhow. I don't care if you don't want me. I'm yours right now. I'll put a spell on you. Because you're mine, mine, mine. Oh, you're mine.
Somebody called up just a few moments ago and suggested that perhaps we could more profitably play good music. He's obviously on a downer trip.
More telephone requests for the scratches. This goes out to Juan Valdez, Den Ten and Peaches, and Art LeBeau. This is going out now to Pat Lowry, and the next 13 1/8 seconds of the scratches goes to George Putnam.
I'd like to dedicate the next few seconds or so to Tony DeMarco, Patty DeMarco, Joe Maselli, Vince Martinez, Jimmy Powers, and the whole Gillette Friday Night Fight gang. For Jack Dries, too, on Saturday nights.
This also goes out to Tuffy Brazoon. This also goes out to Old Corn Teeth, Dick Lane. This also goes out to Detective Monty Newman.
Reminds me of the probation officer I had in high school, whose name was Conrad Cobflash.
This goes out to the gang at the Palace in Pasadena. You people have no taste whatsoever to continue listening to this radio station. Who in his right mind would listen to a half an hour of record scratches? Come on now.
Two 286, 286, 286, 286, 286, 286, 286, 286, 286, 286, 286, 286, 286, 286, 286, 286, 286, 286, 286, 286, 286, 286, 286, 286, 286, 286, 286. For a limited time only, all 479 list LPs are now 286 at Music Revolution. In other words, practically all records are 286 at Music Revolution, 8709 Santa Monica Boulevard, 3 blocks west of La Cienega in Hollywood. What else is there to say?
Come out to show them, come out to show them, come out to show them. The brand new Beatles double album, which lists for $11.98, is now on sale for the low price of $6.98 at Music Revolution. Don't forget that for a limited time only, all $4.79 list LPs are $2.68 at Music Revolution, including the new Rolling Stones LP, Beggar's Banquet, and the new Judy Collins LP, Come Out to Show 'em, and the scratches are going out at this point too. Who else we got on the list? Where's the latest items? Oh, a lot of detectives have called in. Detective Hoven, Detective Blaine Johnson, and what is this? At the Hoover Police Department. What's the Hoover Police Department? Oh, to Dean Strite and to Detective Timothy Williams. Wonderful people doing their job to keep America clean. Batman Rigoni in Chicago.
Coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot.
This goes out to Richard and Pat Nixon. God love them.
I look over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming for to carry me home. A band of angels coming after me. Coming for to carry me home. If you get there before I do, coming for to carry me home. Tell all my friends that I'm coming to. Coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot. Coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot. Coming for to carry me
We just had a phone call from some right-wing fool who says, I'd like to dedicate these scratches to Richard Nixon, who's going to scratch off some of the problems in this country. The crabs, perhaps.
I'd like to dedicate this record to all the gals named Valerie that are working for the telephone company.
song, boy. This is going out to Patty Melton, Sandy Peach, two downy heads.
Don't you see me? I'm down on my knees. Begging you, please. Come on home. Come on home. You're gonna leave me again, and oh, you will leave me, and I'll run away.
Okay, Frank, you're on the air.
This is going out to Gino's Discharge from the Air Force. To Mary, Little Joe, Fingers, and Zis.
I'd like to dedicate this song to Pat Molitary and all the bandstand regulars.
Justine Corelli.
And Bob.
What was Bob's last name?
Clayton, I think.
Say, what was that other chick that looked like a really large economy-sized version of Audrey Hepburn?
I remember
Carol Huffnagel.
Oh, I don't remember her, but I do remember Myra.
Myra, oh.
Myra the Gimp, I think they called her.
Oh, that's bad taste.
And there was Kenny Rossi.
Let's hear it for Tony Mamarella.
Tony Mamarella, the guy that got stuck with the payola suit. He was, kind of slid away into the background.
Poor Dick.
Poor payola.
Dedicated to MF Hart and the rest of the FYMs at Redondo Beach, if you know what that means.
Frank Zappa is here in our studio today. He brought some of his records and some of his scratches, and we're playing them for you right now.
This is going out to all the people in Laurel Canyon who have the crabs, and it's also going out to Detective Bastard Keith from West Covina. Someone has called up to inform us that this is another facet of the communist, fascist, Jewish plot to take over the free clinic.
I think if there's one thing that this can certainly show us is that it's clearer to say in the immortal words of Danny and the Juniors, who said it first and best back in 1957, that rock and roll is here to stay. It will never go away.
To the regulars of North Torrance. To the heads in the crew of the U.S. ship Kearsarge.
I guess that'll give you something to think about.
Guy had the nerve to call up and say, "Hi, this is Tony over at KPFK." And he says, "What are you guys doing over there? You aren't playing those scratches on purpose, are you?" This is for Clyde Wallach. You're listening to Okie Dokie Stomp by Clarence Gatemouth Brown, and it's dedicated to any girl in the audience who still owns a pair of bunny shoes and wears razor blades in her hair. Been calling in for over a half an hour to dedicate scratches to their friends and dogs. This would never happen in Germany. Everybody sing along with the scratches. This is dedicated to all the people who used to be in the Mothers. We'll never forget you, Ray. We'll never forget you, Ray. dedicated to all the girls at the Follies on Main Street in L.A. Also goes out to the Groove Company and to Moon Unit, Geronimo Incas, General Carl, and Janet, who makes the best cakes in Laurel Canyon, and to my pumpkin.
4 years, don't know how long it will be. So hear my plea and come marry me.
Dedicated to Horace McMahon and Paul Burke and all the swell guys on the Naked City.
Class of 1965 at Roosevelt, and also for the Cretans in Rosemead.
A vision of happiness, and just to think, all it took was a casual look.
If you would like to have your own long-playing record of these scratches and dedications, send $5 in a self-addressed stamped envelope to, where's that address?
585 East Colorado Boulevard.
Just send your money and we'll make a record for you with scratches on it. Obviously, there's a market for this stuff, or people wouldn't keep calling in.
These are the authentic scratches, too, not the cover versions.
$5, cash, check, or money order.
Let's hear that address one more time.
585 East Colorado Boulevard, Pasadena.
This is the story of a love to be, but it soon ended in tragedy. The boy was young, and so was she, but they were not what it seemed to be. She spoke of love in words so true, but then he learned what everyone knew. So down to the river where he couldn't swim, and there on the bottom is where they found him. That was the day that the whole town cried over the way that young boy died. He'd thought of her for Marion, but could not face her life of sin. So torn with grief that he took his life over the girl to be his wife. Now all her days she'll remember him. His loving face will never dim. 'Cause that's the day that the whole town cried over the way that young boy died.
Well, folks, looking at that old clock on the wall, it looks like it's time for us to go. We'd like to sing a little song, though, before we do. And it goes something like this. Goodbye for a while, that's all the smiles for a while. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Boom, 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 de-addy, boom, 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 de-addy, boom, de-addy, boom. Dixie Danny is a two-beat daddy with his boom, 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 de-addy, boom. Way down in New Orleans, he plays the meanest music. Dixie Danny is a two-beat daddy with his boom, 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 de-addy, boom. He rolls them in the aisles whenever he smiles. You ought to know that's where the crowd is staying. They love him so. They stand and cheer while he starts playing. Dixie Danny is a two-beat daddy with his boom, 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 de-addy, boom. They call him Dixie Dan, a Dixieland man. Dixie Danny, two-beat daddy. Dixie Danny, two-beat daddy. You ought to know that's where the crowd is staying. They love him so. They stand and cheer when he starts playing. Dixie Danny, two-beat daddy, boom, boom, de-addy, boom. They call him Dixie Dan, a Dixieland man. Boom, 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 de-addy, boom, 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 de-addy, boom, de-addy, boom. Dixie Danny is a two-beat daddy with his boom, 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 de-addy, boom. Way down in New Orleans, he plays the meanest music. Dixie Danny is a two-beat daddy with his boom, 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 de-addy, boom. They call him Dixie Dan, Danny, the Dixieland man. Boom, diddle-yada, a boom, boom. Shooby-dooby-doo-what, shooby-doo-what, shooby-dooby-doo-what, shooby-doo-what, shooby-dooby-doo-what, shooby-doo-what, shoot. Well, I could be so good to you if you'd be good
I have to pass on this crap. What is this with the Laurie sisters? For Christ's sakes, let's get into some psychedelic rock.
Yes.
This is KPPC. It's 106.7 on your FM dial. Music 24 hours a day. Now, here's a real group. This is real music. This is Reuben and the Jets.
Boom, 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 boom.